What's up, guys? King Up here, and I'm back with another What If. So this is part 2 of What If Goku was Vegito, and What If Vegeta was Gogeta. Now, some of you guys told me that Vegeta was cocky. Yes, that is. And Gogeta was stronger than Vegito. That is wrong. Vegeta is stronger than Gogeta because of the major change, and he's just stronger from the Patara being stronger than Fusion, and a Patara longs 1 hour, so it would be stronger. But this is infinite. They were born like this. So yeah, I just want to mention that, but we left off when Vegito one-shot Frieza. Because Vegito had a power of 140 million in base of training in the time chamber for 60 years. Now, in the last episode, we said we didn't see the other's power level, and Tarble was actually with Vegito and the others, as well as Nappa. So they were Nappa, Tarble, Raditz, and Broly were with them. So that's the 4 boys. Let me just clean this up. Tarble, Nappa, Raditz, and Broly, Vegito, Gogeta, Kaba, Kale, and Khalifa were all the Saiyans that were still alive. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that. Now they had one-shot killed Frieza, and the Red Ribbon Army was dead. But Dr. Gero did survive, and Dr. Gero had the DNA of Vegito and Gogeta and the others. But he didn't have the DNA of Frieza this time. He did not have the DNA. Normally, he did have the DNA of Frieza, but he didn't this time. Now, Vegeta would have not the hard virus. Why is that? Did Gogeta get it? Did Vegito get it? Well, no. None of them got it. How? Well, Vegeta was living the same lifestyle as Goku, and Vegeta didn't have a heart problem. Now, Vegito and Gogeta had spent their life in space as well as the others, so they wouldn't have a heart virus. Now, in the future, it was the same thing as in the past. Trunks would come back in the past, and surprisingly, Bulma was not there. Well, Trunks was not Bulma's kid. This time, Trunks was the son of Vegito and Khalifa. So Trunks was a full-blooded Saiyan, huh? Well, Vegito and Khalifa would have had 4 kids by now. Vegeta would have been 22, and Khalifa would have been 20. So Broly would have been 21, and Kale would have been 20. Kaba 20, Gogeta 22, and Raditz would have been 20, Nappa would have been 20, and Tarble would have been 20. So they were all grown up, and Goku and Vegito and Gogeta had a band with the other boys. Now, Kale and Khalifa would have had some friends as well. So yeah. Now, Bulma would have been dead because of trying to look for the Dragon Balls on herself, while nobody was on planet Earth to come with her. She would have died by Emperor Pilaf, so yeah. Bulma was gone. Trunks would have not been the son of Bulma this time. So So he would have been the son of Vegito. Now, they would have had 4 kids. 1 girl and 3 boys. The first and the oldest would have been Gohan. Then Goten. Then Trunks. And then Bula. Now, Vegito had brown hair and Caulifla had brown hair. So what does that mean? Well, the kids would have had brown hair, so Trunks would have had brown hair. Right. Yes. Trunks would have had brown hair, and that would be pretty sick. So, that's another thing. Trunks would have gone back to the past and told his father, while seeing he was born, told his father who he was. And told him that the people that are still surviving is him, it's Trunks, Gohan, Goten, and Bula, and Caulifla, and you, our father Vegito. We're the last surviving of the Saiyans in the future, because the others died from some androids in the future. Do you know about Super Saiyan, Dad? Vegito proceeds to go Super Saiyan and smiles at Trunks. We all know Super Saiyan here, all of the Saiyans. That is true. All of the Saiyans would have known Super Saiyan. Now, why did it take Vegito 60 years to know and access Super Saiyan on Whale? Well, Vegito would have had bigger problems than Broly from his rage, because Vegeto's rage was 10 times bigger than Broly's, and Gogeta's was 6 times bigger than Broly's. But Gogeta would have had Gogeta would have not have the same problem as Vegito, because Gogeta's was kind of not as hard as Gogeta's. Vegeta needed this. What I'm saying, Vegito needed to access Super Saiyan for not going berserk. He needed to stay 30 years in the time room, and then another 30 years to access Super Saiyan 2. But he never showed off Super Saiyan 2 to no one. Nobody knew of this form. So, when the androids arrived, Vegeto's power level was 600 million, while Gogeta's was 560 million. And Caulifla 500 million, Broly 520, Raditz 480 million, Broly would have been 440 million. I'm not going to mention the kids. Who's next? Kappa would have been a power level of 400 million. Kale would have been at 500. That's about it, yes. Oh, and Tarbo would have been at 400 as well. Map would have been at 380 million. Soraz would have been stronger for having a stronger brother, and Nappa never had a brother, so he would not be as strong as Raditz from training with his big bro Vegito. So yeah. Now when the androids would arrive, Vegito would look at them and say, "You weaklings, you think you can mess around with the perfect Vegito?" He smirks and says, "Come at me." The androids run at Vegito, but Vegito dodges and goes Super Saiyan, punching Android 19 in the guts, piercing through the robot, and then kicking him back and shooting a Kamehameha a Big Bang Kamehameha that he had seen Gogeta use. And that was not Vegito's strongest move. He had a bigger and better, stronger move. So he looks at Jiro and does not even tell him to leave. Vegito goes Super Saiyan 2, grabbing the android, throwing him up and shooting final Kamehameha, killing him instantly. Then Vegito powers back down. And that was it. Then Trunks arrives and tells them that, where are the androids? And looks at Vegito. And Vegito tells them that he just killed them. There was this old man and a boofy white person. Trunks said, that's not the androids, but did you kill that old man? Yes. Oh, I know where his lab is. He has those killer androids. We need to destroy the lab right now. Vegito goes Super Saiyan 2 and gets to the lab quicker than everybody. He charges up a final Kamehameha, and then Gogeta arrives to charge up his own move. Gogeta would have been Super Saiyan 1, while Vegeta was Super Saiyan 2. Gogeta uses Big Bang. Vegito says, final, and they both shot. And they both shy. They both say, Vegito says, final. Gogeta says, a Big Bang. And they both say, Kamehameha, shooting the blast together, combining, and even reaching to Dr. Jiro's old lab where Cell was, killing all 4 of the androids. Killing 16, 17, 18, and Cell, the bio-android. Now Cell would have not come to the past, but Vegito would have, then Trunks would have arrived after they destroyed the lab, and he would tell them if they can help Trunks defeat his androids. They say yes, and they jump in the time chamber. Vegito goes in Super Saiyan 2 and charges his final Kamehameha, killing 16 and 17. Now, that would be it. 7 peaceful years come while just training, and Vegito had access the form named Super Saiyan 3. Now, Vegito had died in the 3 years. He had died from going too far in his Super Saiyan 2 and had died from Gogeta because Gogeta got really angry at him for doing something bad and killed Vegito. And Gogeta was in Super Saiyan 2 then, and Vegeta was in Super Saiyan 1. So Gogeta killed Vegito. That was okay. He said he wanted to stay here to train with King Kai. He stays there for about 1.5 years and learns all of King Kai's moves and masters them. He tells them to revive him, and they say yes. Now, Vegito is arrived. Vegito has been revived and has Super Saiyan 3 completely mastered and Kaioken until times 100. Now Vegito was unstoppable. Now Vegito goes in base and 7 years had passed. Majin Buu is awakened. How was that? Well, Vegito had went too far, and then Super Saiyan 3 against Gogeta's Super Saiyan 3. Gogeta would have access to Super Saiyan 3, but not completely mastered it. While Vegito had mastered it and had Kaioken times 100 on top of it. He could do that, but nah. He was already stronger than Vegito, than Gogeta. So he looks at Gogeta and punches him. Gogeta gets up and screams, letting Majin Buu be arrived. Vegito instantly senses, and Gogeta instantly senses it. They both go in base, and they say, race first there. Gogeta says, sure, stacking Kaioken into his base, and says, let's go. Vegito flies there instantly. Then Vegito comes back and says, I was cheating, I was using a move. I'm going to go in Aura mode. Vegito goes in his Aura mode, and Gogeta and Vegito are ready. 3, 2, 1, the Vegito is before him because Vegito would have had more speed. So yeah. They would arrive and see Babidi laughing and Majin Buu there. Now Vegeta would charge up a little blast to kill him and finish this off. Vegito charges up a little blast and says, this will be just a little snack for Majin Buu. He would know what his name because Babidi would have said his name. Take this. Vegito shoots it and Majin Buu had a hole through him. Then Vegito sees that Majin Buu is about to get it back. Oh, and what had happened to Piccolo? Well, Piccolo would have been a good person now because Vegeta and Gogeta had wrecked him. So yeah, Piccolo Jr. was a good person now, or I should say Piccolo. Now Gogeta charges an even bigger blast and says, "This is Red Final Flash!" Shooting the red Final Flash at Majin Buu, and the Majin is completely detonated. Vegeta says, "Well, that's gone." Majin Buu was dead. Then he looks at Babidi and he takes the attack back, killing the evil wizard. And then he looks at Evil Buu, and Evil Buu is about to hit him. And Vegeta uses his shield and has a shield around him and tells Babidi's soldier, "You did good, but not enough," punching him in the guts and then kicking him away and then final Kamehameha him. Vegeta tells them that it's over. Another 2 or 3 years pass, and Vegeta was pretty good. He had lived and trained. Gogeta would have mastered Super Saiyan Blue from training with his partner. Now Beerus would have arrived, and Gogeta would have been way better than Goku. Gogeta would have been way better than Goku and Vegeta combined. He almost destroys the guy. But Beerus was only using 6%. He goes 10% and knocks out Gogeta. Then Gogeta steps up and says, "I'm gonna take it easy on this guy." Vegeta goes Kaioken and tells him, "This is one of my moves, Kaioken. Let's see if we can beat this." Vegeta charges up his fist and says, "Are you ready, you god of destruction?" He charges at Beerus, punching him in the guts and then kicking it away and then charging a red blast, shooting it at him. Beerus was shocked. He needed to use 20% on this guy. Then Beerus uses 20%, punching Vegeta in the face. Vegeta gets up and charges up to Super Saiyan, punching the god of destruction in the guts. Then Beerus goes 25% and is about to knock out Vegeta. While Vegeta goes Super Saiyan 2, punching Beerus again in the guts, and then kicking him back and charging a giant final Kamehameha, shooting it at Beerus, and then says, "I see you're strong, but can you defeat my other blasts?" Vegeta says, "You'll die by the god of everything, hands Beerus, the god of destruction, shooting the 2 blasts, and then shooting 100 more. Then he says, "Can you defeat another final Kamehameha?" Shooting it at Beerus. Beerus was annihilated. Beerus could not even speak at this point. They thought that Beerus was dead. Then Beerus comes out of the smoke, and Beerus is at 40% of his power. Vegito goes Super Saiyan 3. Gogeta goes Super Saiyan 3. And Gogeta and Vegito would have known Kaioken because Gogeta would have learned it from Vegito. Gogeta would know until 50, and Vegeta would know until 100. They both charge at Beerus, punching the god of destruction in the face with both of their fists. Then they go back down and proceed to do a dance called the Fusion Dance. They do the moveset Fusion, going and becoming Vegeta. Vegeta would have been really strong in his base, punching the god of destruction in the guts. Vegeta would have been super strong that not even Whis would know what to do with this guy. Whis asks Vegeta what Vegeta's plan was. Vegeta simply says, "Nothing, just a fair fight." Vegeta had the same hairstyle as Vegito, but had a bit of smirk on his face, and his eyes were complete. And Vegeta's eyes were super black. He had black hair and black eyes, but the same hair color as Vegeta. And the same hairstyle as Vegito, but the hair color of Gogeta. He had the armor or the gi he was wearing from Vegito, but the pants from Gogeta. He had the muscles from Vegito, but the boots from Gogeta. He had the gloves from Vegito, but yeah, that's it. Then he looks at Beerus and appears in front of him in Super Saiyan, punches him in the guts, kicking him away, and then going Super Saiyan 2, appearing behind him, shooting 1,000,000 blasts at him, throwing him down. Then goes Super Saiyan 3, Kaioken times 150, going Kaioken times 200, and charging a final Big Bang Kamehameha, throwing it at Beerus. The god of destruction falls to the ground. Vegeta laughs, says, "Your angel, heal him." Whis looks at Vegito and says, Vegeta heals Beerus and tells him, "You're really strong." Beerus gets up and looks at Vegeta and tells him, "Even half of you was enough. You have fused up now, huh? Get those orbs of yours and let's see what you do against the god destruction. I was only using 60%. 60 what?" He gets the Dragon Balls and wishes, "How do I become a Super Saiyan God?" Super Saiyan God is informed, and Vegito uses 10%, killing Beerus. But then they wish for Beerus to be back to life. And Whis asks Vegito, "If I train you, will you become the new god of destruction?" Vegito thinks about it and says yes. Then Whis asks Gogeta, "Will you become the second god of destruction. Gogeta thinks about it and says yes as well. There was going to be 2 god of destructions on Universe 7. So, that is where I'm going to leave it off for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Booking Gobi out. Have a great day, by the way. Peace.